Hello there, and welcome to this Monday pod of Born to Be a Star. Today is Monday, another fun day because it's a day off, a 3-day weekend. Woo woo! Getting that corporate America is like a gift of peace, of knowing you don't got to go back to work on a Monday. And I'm not used to having a Monday off, but it is nice to have it. Today is another day and another opportunity for us to talk about great things. Your reflection in the mirror is a reflection of where you've been and where you are going next on your journey of life. And you are a star, so you're going to light up your life and many others. Yes, you can is the mantra that we say to ourselves every day. Yes, you can change your mind. Yes, you can take something again. If you failed, you can try another time. Yes, you can decide that you want to do something different. You want to change your hair. You want to change your nails. You want to change this. You want to change that. Yes, you can decide you want to do those things. Following the yes, you can is the never give up. Like John Cena says, he's done the most make-a-wishes probably in the world. And he has a mantra of never give up, which is a positive outlook on life. When life gets difficult, you have to persevere through the difficulty to get to the good part. When things don't necessarily go your way, you have to understand at some point it will. I could be crying every day saying, how am I going to get pregnant? I could be crying every day saying, I'm never going to buy a house. I could be crying every day saying, I'm never going to get to that next step. But that's not going to make anything better. I'm just going to have to get there one way or another. And so I am. Outside of that, the never give up, we move on to why not today. Putting things off to tomorrow isn't going to get anything done. Saying, I'll get to that later. Are you really going to get to it later? Are you going to make that phone call? Are you going to call the doctor's office? Are you going to do some things that you need to actually do? If you don't do the things that you need to do, what's going to happen? It's just going to still be there and it's not going to get done. I hate that. I like organization. I'm one of these people that pick out my outfits for work for 4 weeks in advance because I like just knowing that I already have it out. I'm a person that likes to schedule appointments and know when I'm going to get my nails done, know when I'm going to get my hair done. I'm that person, right? I have a calendar. I write things down. I know what my wash day is for when we do laundry, when we go grocery shopping. I'm one of those people, right? I don't know how I could survive if I didn't do that. What am I just putting my life on hold so I can get to it at some point later? How's that going to be effective for me? It's not going to be effective for me. Why not today is a mantra that means get up, call the doctor, get up, text your mom back, get up, do the things you're supposed to do. Be the person that you want to be, right? Be different. Actually be reliable, responsible, and on time. Maybe don't be like everybody else who's lazy and doesn't think they have to do anything. Being lazy isn't going to get you anywhere. It's not going to get you anything. Just saying. Outside of the yes, you can, never give up, and why not today, let's get into some of the tea. The tea of the day is, why do people on bikes like to ride their bikes with traffic in the middle of roads, like main roads? Now, I live in a nice city, right? Well, I guess suburb next to a city. And it's really quaint and nice and beautiful and wonderful. And there's some really great parts of the place that we live that we love. But a part of it that's irritating is when I see all these people on their damn bikes in the middle of traffic during multiple times of the day, whether it's a weekday or the weekend, thinking that they're a car, they're on a bike. The other day, I think it was Saturday, me and Skip were in the car together and we were getting dinner or something. And we see this couple riding the bike up the street together, and they're clearly like working out together and they're exercising, which is fine. And I said to him, why aren't they riding their bike in their driveway or the street their house is on? Like, why do they have to ride their bike on this main busy road where they could potentially get hit by a car or something? Like, I see people with their kids all the time, and I'm always like questioning that. Like, that's not safe for children. Like, am I the only one that feels like that? The tea of the day, and today is Monday and it's a holiday, so we're going to drink a Venti Mint Majesty with 3 sugars. Boom. The tea of the day is, why put your life in danger on a bike? Why can't you just ride your bike on the sidewalk? And why can't people run on the sidewalk? Why do people have to run in the street? Like, it drives me nuts. Like, when I'm just trying to get down the street to the grocery store or something, or like to the gas station, like in town, like, why are you doing that? And in the center of town, they do that shit all the time too. Like, I'm leaving church and I see some random guy in the middle of the street while I'm trying to go to Brugger's to get us breakfast on Sundays. Every week, man. Or I'm going to Luna's to get us pizza for dinner, and some lady is on her bike on the main road in the center. Like, why? Every week, every day, and no one does anything about it, and it's crazy. So that's the tea of the day. If you got a bike, get on the sidewalk. I'm just saying. Moving on from the tea, I have some exciting news. Guess what's making a comeback? No media allowed, no media allowed, no media allowed, because they lied to us anyway. So I had to bring no media allowed back, because I'm a patriot for Donald Trump. And I just feel like when he was elected president the first time, I voted for him. And I was scared that I voted for him, because I knew people were going to be questioning why I did it. People are tired of establishment politicians lying to their faces, telling them that they're going to fix things. The middle class is what upholds the entire United States of America, and the rich people that are in the 1% or above. We are the ones that work to hold this place together. While the federal government gives handouts to people that don't necessarily deserve it, and the President of the United States of America is clearly guilty of fraud and being a traitor to the United States of America, but the Republicans are just waiting to attack him. Not to mention the fact that the Pentagon keeps accidentally giving billions of dollars to Ukraine. So it's make Americans suffer for Ukrainians. Or Ukraine can't be in front of America. Why are we going to work every day, paying all these taxes, doing all these things for the communities that we live in, the states we reside in, the towns we're a part of, where we live, where we raise our children, when we go to work every day? Why are we doing this? I don't fucking care about people that want to be bums. I'm sorry. Your fucking sign where you don't get taxed to get handouts from people all day means that you've got a con job going on, and I've seen them get out the car and switch off, and they're pretending. It's all bullshit. Someone needs to sound the alarm. There's a lot of rhinos in the office, and there's a lot of people pretending like they care about things that they don't care about. And everybody can see the true colors of AOC and Jamal Bowman and Pramila Jayapal and all these motherfucking bitches out here. Stacey Abrams still pretending like she won when her ass lost. And you want to attack Donald Trump and claim that he did something on January 6th? You know what he did on January 6th? Nothing. You know what you did for Black Lives Matter? It went bankrupt. You know what it funded? Insanity. You know where the leader of the company lives? In a gated community surrounded by a lot of white people. You know what else she did? She bought all her friends' houses, and it was all a con job. It's a Monday, and it's a holiday, and they hate holidays, and they hate America. So I'm here to bring another voice of reason back. Because if I don't have a voice of reason, there's going to be another person promoting insanity. We shouldn't be giving handouts to people. We shouldn't be pretending like there's all this money available for people that aren't earning things. I'm not talking about those that have worked and put their time into the system. I'm talking about those who have not done that. I work 40 hours a week. I work very hard. Nobody has given me handouts for anything. I have had a job since I was 12 years old. There have been no fucking handouts outside of my mom and my family being helpful. Outside of that, No one's giving me free money. We don't know anybody in the government that's going to say, hey, star, here's some money. And you don't know anybody either. Do you know how much money they have stolen from us in America? Can you imagine it? The Pentagon giving billions of dollars to another country that we don't have shit to do with. It's not our fault that they're in a war. Why are we still listening to these GOP lying son of a bitches? And I'm talking about Nikki Haley, and I'm talking about Pence, and I'm talking about Chris Christie, and I'm talking about Tim Scott, and I'm talking about the rest of them too. And I don't even know their names because they're not that important, honestly. I'm even talking about Ron DeSantis. Saying words that sound comfortable because you think you're going to do something and you keep talking about Florida isn't going to fix America, because America has way more states in it than one. And yeah, you could talk about how Trump messed up during COVID. Maybe he did by giving too much power to Dr. Fauci, but Dr. Fauci was corrupt and he clearly didn't know that. I am a Trumper. I believe in him. I resonate with his message, because he doesn't have to do anything, because he has money and he doesn't have to give a flying fuck about America. He could go off and enjoy all his money and his grandkids and not care. But he is here dealing with the shit that they're trying to make him smell every day. They're making his court cases during time where he should be running his campaign, and they're making him spend lots of money on lawyers. And it's just embarrassing. They're doing this because Joe Biden is a basement president. And it's embarrassing. That's America right now. It's Gotham City. Bad guys are outside ready to rape you, kill you, murder you, steal your money, and push your baby into a train. Right? Mass murderers that are in jail that have murdered children are trying to get sex changes, and we're just acting like that's normal. We are pretending like God doesn't exist and there's not going to be any consequences and any punishment for all this insanity, pretending like men can be women when they can't. A reckoning is going to come here. It is coming. And it ain't coming for me, because I am a firm believer in Jesus Christ, and I go to church every Sunday, and I am a Catholic, and I believe in Catholicism. I think the Pope is whack as fuck, and I think he needs to resign from his post, and we need to implement someone that is willing to fight against the media mafia, and we need someone that's willing to just go back to the doctrine and the books where Catholicism originated from. Men can't produce babies. You can take a fetus out of a woman and try to plug it into a man and do all this shit, but that's unnatural. It's not real. And that's not why men were created. Men were created to be men. Feminizing the idea of a man is wrong. It's disgusting. Having a man go into a girl's locker room so she can see his penis as a little girl, that is horrible. Taking away women's opportunity to win medals for soccer or swimming or golf or any other sport is fucked up. Because you know what I don't see? I don't see girls in basketball. And let me give you an example of UConn, where the UConn women's basketball team is far better than the men. But I don't see the women's basketball team players saying they want to be a man on the man's basketball team so they can help their numbers rise. I don't ever hear that. So women are being erased, right? Birthing person? What the fuck is that? I have a vagina, which means I have a uterus, and if the sperm goes into the egg, I'm pregnant and I'm having a baby in 9 months. That's what that means. That's how my body was created. I have a period and a monthly cycle. Men don't have that. It doesn't exist. And you can provide medication all you want, but that's not going to fix something that never was real. It's not. Anyways, we got a lot to talk about on this edition of No Media Allowed, and I'm so happy to have it back, and I had to run down all that shit just now just because I wanted you to know what was going on. It's Gotham City, the lights are out, and Batman is not coming to save any of us. He is like, fuck all of you. The Joker isn't even here anymore because it's not the Joker. It's all the other bad guys. And we're doomed here. The only way we can change anything is if you actually care about your vote and you do not vote for Joe Biden, okay? Or Kamala Harris. Or Pete Buttigieg, who's supposed to be in control of something, but all he does is nothing. Or John Kerry, who gets to ride around on a private plane, unlike everybody else. What's up with Tim Scott? Because he's not doing a great job, and his messaging doesn't resonate with me. Him talking about growing up in a fatherless childhood, that's great. I mean, okay. But is that really the message you want to resonate with voters? And I'm not saying he's not a good guy, and I'm not saying he's not trying, but why is that his main focus? During that GOP debate that I witnessed on Fox, I thought that he did a horrible job. Every time he said something, he said the same thing every time he said something. And he didn't really separate himself from anyone on that stage. Next up, Nikki Haley. I'm not with her either, because the idea that you want to side with Democrats and say nothing's going to get through the Senate, we're going to need 60 votes. Well, bitch, here's how we fix that. We win the Senate back, motherfucker. Are you really a Republican here? And you claim to be a mother and you care about people in the army because your husband's in the army, but do you really care about people in the army? Do you know that they're brainwashing people that are joining the army by telling them that they can change their sexuality? How's that going to mentally prepare them for the fact when they might get shot in the fucking head and die? Or they might get shot and they might have a disability when they come back. They might be missing a limb. They might be missing an eyeball. They might blow up and die. Okay? That's what can really happen if they get sent somewhere, right? Them changing their sexuality is not helping with that. We need real people that are ready to fight for America. And this messaging is not helping with that. We're under the numbers we're supposed to be at, and we're funding China, who's having just a fun time building an army that's going to flank us the fuck out. And China definitely has a great relationship with Russia, and we're on the side of Ukraine, which is very idiotic. And you know another thing? The audacity of her to say a woman's body is between her and her doctor. So you're okay with women not being responsible and not having sex with people that they shouldn't be having sex with? Because that's how you get pregnant, right? You're having sex. A penis goes in a vagina, and if you have a child listening, pause here. It's between consenting people. Maybe you're not adults yet and you're having sex before you're 18, but it's between two people, predominantly a man and a woman. That's how pregnancy happens. She or he might not have wanted to get pregnant, but the abortion part is predominantly a way for her not to be responsible, or even him too. Oh, that was an accident. We want to think about doing that later. Really? Really? That's really the reason why? I don't want to know about you and an abortion, and I don't see why. We're supposed to pay for those things. That's the part that kills me. Abortions aren't my responsibility. Maybe you should be an adult, or maybe you should be smarter with your body parts and not just do stupid things because you can't deal with the consequences. Nikki Haley is sending the wrong messaging, and her support of Ukraine. The only person that stood up there, and I'm talking about this again, and I did talk about this on No Media Allowed prior, but I'm talking about the first debate again because I think it's important for us to understand what they're doing now. Honestly. Honestly. Nikki Haley, Tim Scott, Pence, Chris Christie, the other two guys, they're part of the Uniparty. Telling people that it's okay to get abortions and not trying to fight to make that illegal is not helping anybody in America, especially at the rate we're going, where we're in a bad place with the amount of children here, right? And you can't tell me that the Democrats think it's a good idea to bring in all these illegal people because we want to have more kids. That's not why they're bringing them over here. They're bringing them over here because they need people to vote for them because they're losing black votes. That's what this is about. They're recreating their votes. So they brought all these illegals over here so they'd owe something to them. That's what this is. Anything else would be a lie. So I'm just going to tell you the truth. They don't care about you in the middle class, you in the upper middle class, you at the bottom of the middle class, you in the poor class. They don't care about you if you make like 400,000, 100,000 and you're a contributor and you actually pay your taxes every paycheck or every time you get it, every time you receive funding from your career. They don't care. They don't care if you were ready to buy a house and now you can't get one because you're priced out of the market. They don't care if you're ready to have a child and now you have to put that on a back burner because you can't figure out where you're going to live. They don't care how much the gas costs or your groceries or the fact you need to get glasses for your kid or the fact that you need to get a surgery. And they don't care. They don't want anybody to be responsible, and they created something that they can't fix, right? And the Uniparty and the Democratic Party is one and the same. They're all working together to work against us. It's part of the crown. It's all a fucking lie. All of it. Hillary Clinton had a microphone talking about Donald Trump for 6 years for some shit she made up. Why isn't she in fucking jail? And she definitely got Americans killed. Again, why isn't she in jail? They're having 5 million fucking cases against Donald Trump right now. And Nikki Haley and Chris Christie saying that Donald Trump shouldn't be elected because he's going to be in court is not a great reason that you don't think he should be elected. If anything, it's going to be absolutely hilarious when his ass wins in court. Because you all suck, okay? And I like Vivek. I think he is the leader and the winner of that debate. Ron DeSantis was a close second. But I'm telling you, the messaging can't be about Ukraine and the messaging can't be about abortion. Because it's 2024 now, and I don't fucking care about abortion. If you want to open your legs to any guy with a dick and you want to do things or penis and you want to have behavior like this and you want to act a way that's inappropriate and it's going to have consequences, go ahead. If you want to have children before you should have children, and as a young woman, if you want to destroy your life and your body and you want to act crazy, go ahead. It's insane. The Uniparty, the Crown, they're all lying. They've indoctrinated everybody in education, and it's just all insane. At some point, will they impeach Biden? I gotta think yes, because they have so much like clarifying like proof that everything he's done is real. There's text messages, there's WhatsApp, there's emails. Like, one of the bodies has the emails. They have 5,000 emails. And why haven't they given them to them yet? They've been asking for those emails since 2021. What the fuck is the holdup? See, it did not happen like this when they attacked Trump. And I'm tired of hearing fucking Republicans say, we can't go after him that way. Yes, the fuck we can. If you don't fight fire with fire, you're going to get burned. If you don't act a certain way and you don't keep up with them and give them back what they gave you, then you're going to be a softie. And a softie isn't going to survive in a knife cut world. And that's what we live in, a knife cut world. People are ready to stab you in the back, stab you in the eye, stab you in the ear, take everything you have and leave you for dead. Welcome to reality. Nobody's your fucking friend. Everybody's always trying to get something over on you. The majority. Sure, there's nice people, but people's true intent is how to get something. That's it. These politicians, they go into this like, I'm not going to be like those other politicians. I'm going to put your needs first. I'm really going to support the community. An example is AOC, right? Remember she said all that badgering bullshit about her community? Have you seen her community? You see where she lives? Bitch got a $170,000 Tesla, right? Showing up to some ball in an $80,000 dress saying tax the rich. But bitch, you're rich, so you should be taxed too. Like, what? Not just her, but all of them. The squad, the Democrats, the far left lunatics, they're all insane. They're crazy. I think Joe Biden should be impeached. And I do think that Hunter Biden should spend the rest of his life in a black hole because he's clearly guilty too. Like, I'm just over it. These people said that Donald Trump was the issue, but they have always been the issue. And the next part of the conversation is term limits. Yeah, Nancy Pelosi should have been out of office. I don't know why she's still there, why Mitch McConnell's there, why any of these people are there. Not just Mitch McConnell, but all of them. Joe Biden, the minority House person, all of these people need to be let go. They're not mentally there. They're not physically there. Feinstein, like, how are these people's family members allowing them to still be doing this stuff? It's sad, man. It's fucking sad. Like, if my papa or my nana were alive, and I don't think they'd want to do this. I think they'd want to spend time with their grandchildren or their great-great-grandchildren. I don't think that they'd want to do this shit. I cannot imagine it. And me, as their grandchild, I wouldn't let them do it. Like, Nana, like, no more. Like, this is not good for your health. Like, you need to be in a different environment. Like, Chuck Schumer is definitely too old to be doing anything. Why are we lying about these elderly ass people who don't know where they are? Why? Anyways, this has been your Monday edition of No Media Allowed, No Media Allowed, No Media Allowed, because they lie to us anyway. If only they would stop lying, but they've just got started, so we'll see what the hell they're lying about tomorrow. Unapologetic laughter, ha ha ha. Why do women wear 5 shades of eyeshadow? I don't know, but it's not cute. Like, I was on my Pinterest the other day, because I like to look at on there for nail ideas for when I get my manicures and my pedicures. And I go like every 2-3 weeks to get that done, because it's important for my self-love. Anyway, I was watching this makeup tutorial because they send you all these ads on Pinterest now, which is totally annoying and I hate it. But they do it, and so I just have to deal with it. Why, and I mean why, did I watch this chick like put on all these different layers of makeup, and she put like 4 different colors on for eyeshadow? And I was thinking, like, you look like a fucking clown, but like a clown on cocaine. It's not cute. And she like did something where she like made all the colors look like one tone, and she like mixed everything. And I'm not saying that like makeup tutorials aren't important, and I'm not saying that you can't do cool things, but I am saying that it is whack. That's what I am saying. So, taking that into consideration, I'm not feeling it. The 5 shades of eyeshadow is not cute, and I don't know who told you it was cute. Next part of the conversation, which wasn't added into this, but I'm going to add it into it. Fat girls Don't wear stuff that you can't fit into thinking you look cute. And I'm not saying you have to be skinny mini. I'm not saying that. But could you wear stuff that's your actual size so you don't look like you can't breathe and you're going to die of a heart attack? And also another thing, you could die of a heart attack. Maybe your ass needs a gym membership and you need to drink some water. Put the soda down and drink some water. Just saying. Just a thought. Just a thought. If you can't breathe, why wear it? Like, I'm tired of seeing these chicks squeezed into these outfits that they can't walk in. It's like sad. And I'm the first one to tell you that, when I get to the squats, my backside is not the smallest. But I like to be comfortable, and I like to wear things that are comfortable and that I actually can fit. I'm not into wearing things that aren't my size because that's not for me. Corny isn't cool. Like, when people are like acting really corny and fake, do they think that makes them cool? It still makes them corny and it still makes them fake. I can't stand that. Have you ever witnessed that where someone's acting like, trying to pretend like they're bougie, or they're trying to act like they're lame but they're not, but they want to act like they are? It's so weird. I see kids do it all the time, and like adults do it too. It's just weird, man. Like, I don't know. You can't tell celebrities you can tell celebrities are desperate for attention, especially when they're going on like Instagram and all these social media websites, and they're like, look at me, look what I'm doing, or this is when my concert is, or I came out with this new thing, or you should do this, or you should do that, blah, 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 blah. They're just like normal people that can't stand not having someone stare at them all fucking day, which is just annoying. Like, that's the reason I talk about Kim Kardashian so much. She's a great example of that. Not just her, but a lot of others. They want people to eat their ass out and stare at them all day like they don't have anything else to do in their lives, and give them unlimited attention. That's what celebrities want. And it's pathetic. Like, you're not that important. Like, your music's not that good. Like, I'm tired of hearing about Jennifer Lopez. How old is she? She's irrelevant. Like, stop talking about her. These people are like 50 years old, and all Hollywood does, and People magazine, and all these basic, boring ass outlets do, is hype up stuff that shouldn't get any hype. It's pathetic. And the more I hear it, the more I know that. Just saying. Pathetic. Moving into the next part of the conversation, outside of the fact that celebrities are desperate, let's get into the main part of the conversation. So I was checking out Amazon a couple days ago, and I was looking at some of the new features that they had, and it caught my eye that Amazon is starting up a book clubs. And so I went through and I got access to it to see like what book clubs they had. So I joined 3 of them, and I'm very excited about the book clubs I'm in. I think I'm going to miss reading some of the books, but I talked it over with Skip, the man that I'm happily married to. And we had a great conversation where he said it was probably a great idea for me to get the monthly Kindle subscription. So whenever we get a book, I could just order the book on Kindle instead of buying the book. 1, I'm going to have direct access to the book, and I'll be able to read it directly. And 2, I'll be able to keep up with the book reading list. I'm just so excited about this. I told you me and my mom had a book club, the mom and daughter book club, or I can't remember the name of it. I think it was something like that. I love reading, and this is definitely a way for me to stay intact with that. I love real books, and I'm definitely excited to get back into, the Kindle and the Kindle reading. I love reading. I think reading is such an escape and such a beautiful thing, and I love it. I love touching a book in my hand. I even love a Kindle. I love being able to access literature and read about things maybe I didn't know about and learn about history. And I'm just definitely one of those people that loves a good book. So I'm really excited about this new feature with Amazon, and I definitely love it. And I can't wait. I'm just so excited. So if you're looking for something fun to join and you're an Amazon member too, join it and see if you like it. I joined 3 clubs. I joined a mystery club, I joined a murder club, and I joined a romance novel club, which I'm excited about. I'm going to dive into my Kindle membership and get the book and start reading it ASAP. I'll let you know how it goes as I start reading them. I definitely think this is going to be good for me, especially somebody that loves books. And being in a book club and having a date I have to read it by is going to make me read the book. Because when I'm reading a book by myself, I'll read the book forever. If I don't have like a specific date to read it by, I won't do it. Even if I get it from the library, I'll just keep procrastinating about it. You know how I am with procrastination. Hard covers. I think I'd go for both. I don't really like either more. I think I definitely like real books better than Kindle, but I'm trying it because it's easier right now. Fantasy returns. What do I mean by that? I think people would rather live in a fantasy than reality. Just like I talked about celebrities' desperation for attention, I don't think it's just celebrities that are desperate for attention. I think it's regular people, right? I had to reactivate my Instagram for my weekly meal preps that I get from MPM, Mighty Powerful Club or whatever it's called. And I just feel like I was just looking on there at recipes because predominantly the most stuff I have on there is about food, right? Recipes for healthy options. And I saw this chick posting something about her kid saying something to her. Now, why the fuck do you need to post that on Instagram? Why are you doing that? Desperately looking for somebody to like it. That's why I got off Meta. This is exactly why I don't like social media. I just feel like it's really just annoying. But like I was using social media over a year just for like working out stuff, but like tone it up and stuff, or like Peloton, right? Because I have a Peloton and I have a Peloton membership, and like every time I do a ride, I like follow them and then comment on their like Instagram because that gives you direct access to the person you're cycling with. That's what I use it for. Also, I'm a podcaster, so boom, like hello, that's my world, right? Social media is my world. That's why I created a part called No Media Allowed because I could see it all the time. But the point I'm trying to make is I think people would rather be in a fantasy than reality, lying about what they're really doing, pretending like it's more important than it actually is. Do people not like privacy? Because it feels like that. It feels like people don't like dealing with normal. So they run to fantasy because fantasy isn't real. Yep, I think that. Next part of our conversation, outside of the fact that people love to go on Instagram pretending like they're somebody they're not. 3-day weekends are the best, and I'm loving it, and loving it again. One more day till I go back to work, and I wish it was like next week, but it's okay. Even if you don't pass the first time, try it again. Like, I can't tell you how many times I stress out about taking assessments or doing something, and if I don't pass it the first time, I feel like, oh my God. But I think that not passing the first time gives you time to reflect on what you messed up when you did it originally, so you can do it better the next time and pass it. I think we need to reflect on what we're not good at so we can improve on those areas to get better at them and overcome anything that we had that made it difficult for us. So I would say if you don't pass something the first time, you'll definitely pass it the second, and you need to believe in yourself. That's the only way you're going to make it through that. Laugh, it looks good on you. Honestly, laughter and humor and happiness looks better than sadness and misery and hatefulness, right? Why we shouldn't be envious of people. If we want something, we should make it real. Like, I have lived in an incredible life. I've been at different places in different times where I've wanted one thing and I've wanted something different, where I made a wrong decision, but God allowed me to get to the right one. And I'm a firm believer that everything happens for a reason. Laughter is like free. It's not a drug. You don't get an addiction to it, and you can do it whenever you want. Why not be happy? Why would you want to be sad? Recognize laughter, recognize humor, recognize happiness, and resonate in that. Also resonate in the fact that I need allergy medicine. Oh my God, I'm dying. Moving into the next part of the conversation, Star Watch Talk. Star Watch Talk, Star Watch Talk, we watch together. Payback, hosted by John Cena, was not as good as I wanted it to be. KO and Sammy lost their titles, which I'm not happy about. But the man beat What's Her Face, which I'm happy about. Rhea Ripley, of course, won. We knew that was going to happen. I'm glad that Rey Mysterio retained his title. Honestly, the Miz fight, I knew Miz was going to lose. That was very entertaining. I just didn't think that that was as good as the Friday episode of AEW. I feel like AEW is definitely more hardcore than WWE, and I think that these shows that are supposed to be something different than their regular things are not hyping them up. And I like WWE. I like them as a company, but I just think they're falling short here. I don't know, man. I feel like it could have been better than it was, and I was not that impressed. It was like Saturday Night Raw. It was like not even a big deal. It was like a Monday Night Raw on a Saturday. That's what it felt like. It felt like, what the fuck is this? I'm glad we didn't pay for it, because it should have been free, because I don't know why anybody would have paid for that. I don't know. Just question marks for that, right? But I guess I can't be surprised. I do love John Cena. I think he did a great job as a host, but he was the best part of it. I didn't like, the matches I wanted to win that we lost, but I could deal with it. It's life. Um, Equalizer 3, so good. It was everything that I wanted, and I loved Equalizer 1. I loved Equalizer 2. I really think that Denzel is such an amazing actor, and he really conforms to that role. Like, he is the equalizer. There's no other person to be that except for him. I think that he represents such an incredible. He's just an incredible representation of what a good guy is in a bad way, just like John Wick. And that's why I like John Wick too. I like the idea that good guys could do bad things for good reasons, and that's why I love Equalizer. I gotta tell you that this last one, phenomenal. From the beginning of the movie to the end, I couldn't wait to see more. I was sitting there at the edge of the seat, and yes, it did go backward and forward. And it was just such an exceptional time. The movie was great. Everything about it was good, and I loved it. If you haven't seen Equalizer, you need to go see it. There's also that Liam Neeson movie, but we probably will watch that for free on like Peacock or something. I don't know. We don't really go to the movies that often, but it was definitely worth going to movies to see Denzel. He did an amazing job yet again, and I hope he does even more things. Um, so if you haven't seen it, you need to go see it. Like, the theater we went to was great. But outside of the equalizer, I watched Expendables 1 and 2 and 3 on AMC on Saturday. I didn't really get to watch all of 3 because we were watching some wrestling. But number 4 is coming to theater soon. I saw that with the previews when we were watching Equalizer 3. Very good. All Out is came on, and that was exceptional. That was so much better than Payback. I just don't understand how WWE got it so wrong. And I do think that they're not who they're supposed to be. And they need to fix this before people start just leaving them for dead. Because I feel like that's next. Motel takeover, I'm assuming that's about someone fixing over motels that are crappy, like, what's that Ramsey show? Kitchen Nightmares. Obsession and Inside Man. Those are all on Hulu if you want to try them and see if you like them. Moving into food, easy pasta nights. Here's an easy pasta night. Sauce, sour cream, cream cheese, pasta, mix, cheese, oven, take out, serve. Salad, boom, done. You can do that in 5 to 15 minutes. Doesn't take a long time. You just put everything in one pan and you just mix it all together. You can add meat in that. You could add Italian sausage. You could add shrimp in that. You could add peppers or onions, whatever you want in there, and you can make your pasta fairly quickly, and it doesn't take a long time. And I think you'd be very surprised. You could even do like protein pasta or zucchini noodles if you don't want to eat the carbs. You could switch it out and do whatever you want. Avocado toast. I'm really not an avocado toast if I have to make it myself person, but I guess I could. I'm not the best person to try to pick out avocados. I would like to get the avocado mash that's already made and just buy that. I don't like making things complicated. I think I have an avocado knife somewhere, but I don't even know where I put that. So I would need to really find that before I try to do it. But I think you can make avocado toast good by adding like grape tomatoes in it or jalapenos or other seasonings on it, or even feta cheese or something to make it really creative and really good. And you want to make sure you toast the bread correctly so it's got that great crunch to it. I think you could really put anything on avocado toast, including like tuna fish or something like that too. Next part of the conversation, cheddar bay chicken pot pie. I don't even know how to do that, but I'm assuming you get the pie crust and then you do the inside for the cheddar base. So you get cheddar and chicken and you make some like I think that you could probably make the cheddar bay chicken pot pie easy. You just got to make the inside of the chicken pot pie. Then you got to like layer back the crust on top of that. You obviously want to add some cheese. You want to make sure that everything is mixed correctly, and you want to add all the flavorings in that you want. The gravy's correct with the chicken, and you want to add in the veggies you want to. It doesn't take a long time. You could make, I'd say 6 to 8. You could probably, depending on how many people you're feeding, that can definitely do a lot. Moving on from chicken pot pie, tikka masala. Now, I saw this really cool thing on Pinterest where you could get like, you just chop up chicken, right? Like chicken tenders, you chop them up into little pieces. You can do them with the scissors. I have the cooking scissors too, or a really sharp knife. Then you get the tikka seasoning, right? It's this Indian seasoning that you can get, and you mix it with water with the chicken. And then you just get like a jasmine rice or any type of soft white rice. I might even go sushi rice here, just because I like the texture of the sushi rice even better than jasmine. But it does have a lot of calories in it, so be careful with how much you're eating, right? It's so simple, so easy. You can put it in the oven, you can put it in a pan, you can put it in a toaster oven. You get the flavorings of something far faster than you would if you had to mix flavors together, and it looked really incredible. They added some veggies on the side. I think it was asparagus or broccoli, and I was in it, and I was like, damn, I want to make this. This looks really good. So I think I will be trying to make my own tikka masala or ordering that out this week, maybe to give it a try. Chicken tetrazzini. It's fairly simple to make. You just follow the instructions to make that, and you can make that in a very short amount of time. Lettuce sandwich. So basically you can make any sandwich, just wrap lettuce around it instead of bread. And I think that's a great alternative if you are trying to limit how many carbohydrates you're having, and you want to make sure you're not just eating mostly rice and pasta. If you're having a sandwich, a lettuce wrap is definitely an alternative. Cobb salad. I will eat basically a Cobb salad anywhere. I just love everything that's in the Cobb salad. The bacon, the eggs, the lettuce, the crispiness of it, the flavoring. It's just delicious, and I always want that. That, my friends, is the end of this Monday pod. Thank you for tuning in to Born to Be a Star. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.